previous session of physics, we discussed on the lesson friction. In today's session, we shall be going to start with the new lesson in physics. To begin with, all of you have played the game of hide and seek, isn't it? What you do, one of the person will be blindfolded and the other participants will be moving here and there, and the person who has blindfolded has to catch the person. If at all he catches the person, that person gets out and he is out of the game. That is the rule. You all have played that. So, their children, how does that the person who has blindfolded will catch the person is the question there. So, you may say that simply what you do is usually you go make noise near them. Yes, no, that is what do you, or you call his name, you call his or her name, the person who is blindfolded, and as that person nears you, you will go away from them. So that is what you do. So they are able to recognize where you are by your voice, isn't it? They are able to recognize you where you are by your voice. In the school, this is one example, okay, na? That is about the hide and seek game. One more example if we consider, when you are in the school, how do you come to know that this period is over? At every 40-45 minutes, the bell will ring. So when the bell rings, you come to know that the period is over. Yes, no? And next period, what you all enjoy is obviously the PE period. And you want to go to play. So, white is the sound that matters or that alerts you to say that or to understand that the period is over. This is one example. Other example is, you in your class, most of you play the musical instruments, isn't it? You know various musical instruments, maybe like drums or a keyboard or sitar or violin or flute. Various musical instruments are there. So which gives the pleasant sound, the soothing sound. The musical instruments give the soothing sound which we feel like hearing it again and again. Isn't it, children? So in all these examples, we played weightage to which topic? That is sound. The word sound is in common in all the three examples, isn't it? First was the hide and seek game, where the person blindfolded will recognize you by your voice or by the sound made near him by clapping or some drum sound or anything you do in order to make him understand that someone is nearing you. So there the sound comes. Next is the period bell, the bell which alerts you that the period is over in the school. Again the sound. In the second case, we discussed about the musical instruments. Of course, will produce this soothing sound or the pleasant sound from the music instrument. Why do you think I am talking about the sound now? Is because, children, in today's session we will be discussing on the topic sound. That is, we are going to begin with the new lesson, that is sound. What is sound? Means it is the form of energy. What is sound? It is the form of energy. It is a form of energy. And how does the sound travel? How does the sound travel? Means sound is traveling. Do you think really the sound is traveling? Yes, of course, no. If I am talking now, you are able to hear me. You are able to hear me. Why? It is because the sound is traveling. The sound is traveling right from me towards you, and hence you are able to hear me. Hence the sound travels. How does it travel? Now in case of light, you have studied that light travels in straight lines and hence you can see the things around you. But how does the sound travel? Means the sound travels in the form of waves. Sound travel in the form of waves, children. You all know what is a wave. This is a wave. Sound travels in the form of waves. All this you have studied in the lower class, and about the characteristic of sound wave as well. X-axis, Y-axis, horizontal X-axis, vertical Y-axis. You know this in graph, you have learned. Next children, how does the sound wave travel? Means it travels like this. Up, down with the line of reference. Sound travels in the form of waves. Now, the height of the wave is called what? It is called the amplitude. You have learnt this. Height of the wave is called amplitude. Height of the wave is called amplitude. If at all you are not able to look the last line on the board, children, I have said you, please listen to me. The height of the wave is called the amplitude, and the upper part of the wave is called the crest, and the lower part of the wave are called the troughs. Sound is traveling in the form of waves. So when waves are formed, the height of the waves are there. No, it is not like it will be of same height. If you shout, the wave's height will be very high. If you talk softly, if you whisper, the height of the wave will be smaller, children. So we call it in terms of amplitude. Amplitude is high, amplitude is low, like that we speak based on the volume basically. So the upper part of the wave is called the crest, and the lower part of the waves are called troughs. So it is not like there is only one crest and one trough when you consider a wave. There will be many. For precise, I have written only one to explain. And the distance between any two crests. So above this line, which are waves you have, children, those are called crests. And below this line, what all wave nature you have, those are called the troughs. The distance between any two consecutive, again we are using the word consecutive, we have used it many times in mathematics as well. Isn't it? Consecutive means the immediate next. So, E wave kuda next top wave or the crest yadu idu. So, distance between any two consecutive crests or distance between any two consecutive troughs is called the wave length. Of course, no, this is not something you wave andre enu gottide length distance ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ distance ಏನು wave length ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ distance ಏನು wave length. So it is called wavelength, and it is represented by the Greek word lambda, Lambda. Lambda anbadu B is silent, lambda, children. Wavelength lambda, the distance between any two crests or any two troughs of a wave is called lambda, which is represented, wavelength, which is represented by the Greek letter lambda. So what is a sound means? It is a form of energy. How does the sound travel? Before how does sound travel, children? I am sorry, we should know how is sound produced. How is sound produced is the main question. How is sound produced? We will discuss. Anyhow, we have discussed now, so we will revise it now. So, how does sound travel, Andra? It travels in the form of waves. Wave nature of sound we tell. This is the wave nature of sound, children. Sound always travels in the form of waves. The height of the wave is called amplitude. The upper part of the wave is called the crest, and the lower part of the wave is called the trough. The distance between any two crests or any two troughs is called as the wavelength, and it is represented by the Greek letter lambda. Hope it is clear to you. Next we shall understand how is this sound produced. Simply if I stand in mute, can you hear me? No. You cannot hear me now. Now I am talking, you are able to hear me. So, how is sound produced? Simply only by talking the sound is produced? No, you play the music in the music player. Now, where music player these days? You have everything in the mobile. When you play the music in the mobile, you can hear the sound. So, how is this sound produced basically? Means, to understand that, I will give you a few examples. Like, you all have played with this, children. Best thing is rubber band. Yes, take a rubber band and stretch the rubber band. When you stretch and you ask your friend to pluck pluck, or you do one thing. If you are single hand, you can hang one end of the rubber band anywhere. Just pull the rubber band and just pluck the strings or pluck the rubber band. What will you see? You hear some sound. You hear some sound, as well as if you observe, the rubber band will vibrate. If you just pluck and leave it, it keeps vibrating. How long it will vibrate? Of course, it will come to rest after some time. Similarly, any stringed musical instrument. Stringed musical instrument means tanti ratala strings. Those are string musical instrument like veena, tamburi, or tanpur also they sell. Tamburi is tanpur, violin, all guitar, all these are stringed instruments. You all know guitar. If you don't know this veena, tanpur and all. Guitar, what you do, children, with your hand, you just pluck the string. Pluck in a sense, you're not literally pull it, but still disturb the string like this. You give a hit to it softly. Or there will be some, I don't know what exactly the name is. With the help of that, you just play with the help of string. So when you do that, what happens? The string, you can see the vibration in the string. And the drums, what you see, the tabla or mridangam, what you do when you give a hit with the hand, it will vibrate. You can sense the vibration. Here I'm saying that it vibrates, it is vibrating. But have you ever experienced it in case of this plucking of rubber band? Yes, you can see the vibration. To understand that, children, one more example, what I can give you is, you just play the music with loud sound in your music player. And upon that music player, on a sheet of paper, on a piece of cloth, you put some mustard seeds or something. And when you give higher volume, what will happen is these seeds start to move. The seed will start moving in the sense not from here to there. There will be some small vibration or movement you can see or you can observe in case of the mustard seeds, children. Why do you think? It is because the music sound, what it is coming, that is producing vibration, and hence it is make the mustard seeds to work. Means sound is doing work as well. What work it is doing? It is making the mustards to move or to shake or to vibrate there. So from all these examples, children, we can say that sound is produced by the vibration of objects. How is sound produced, Andre? It is produced by vibration. Sound is produced by the vibration of the objects. What is vibration is the next question. What is vibration is the next question. You have studied already in the lower class the to and fro motion. The to and fro motion of an object is called vibration. The to and fro motion, to and fro. To understand that, think of a swing. When you sit on the swing, what you do? You move, go front, come back, go front and come back. This is to and fro motion. Okay, na? So the to and fro motion of any object is nothing but is called the vibration. Best example, the stretching of rubber band, what we studied. When you just pluck the rubber band, how does it vibrate? It vibrates like this. It will go, come back, but in faster rate, at very faster rate. So the to and fro motion of any object results in vibration of the object, and vibration of the object in turn results in sound production. In turn results in the production of sound. This is how sound is